She is many things, but one thing I think we can all agree with is that it's kind of hard to understand her real views on things sometimes, if not many times. And I think many get them and get her wrong until today. So, let's slice the fake for the real. As I was trying to look for this video to download it, uh, I did not find it, but eventually I did. And as I was trying to find the, original video, besides the ones that people have reacted to, I saw a trend of a lot of YouTubers reacting to this particular video from Shoe0nhead, and I was like, well, I am partially a VTuber on my channel. Not all the time, but sometimes. Why not go back to the VTuberverse? Why not? Why not? Also, my name's JTF.
Politics are the bane of my existence. Nobody cares what your sexuality is. Nobody cares what your gender is. Shut the hell up. Nobody cares. Focus on the real issues.
I think that's a joke of saying, like, hey, you're all against identity politics, but once it hits to June, Pride Month, you're all, I'm gay, and all that.
Hello, gays, lesbians, bis, pansexuals, demisexuals, asexuals, and queers. Hello, queers. Hello, f***its. And if you're not
I disagree. Even if it was a joke or not a joke, I disagree with using the F slur. And a little bit, for me, the demisexuals, the Z genders, the tree genders, the teen tams. Listen, if you want that, that's fine. That's fine. But respectfully, it should never be and will never be a official kind of title like trans and cis and all that, because in society we need to have order and standards. Tree is a different species. Z gender doesn't even make any sense. We gotta have order and standards, folks.
LGBT, well, I have some news for you. Yes, you are! Everyone who watches this channel is gay. Congratulations! Get yourself checked for monkeypox.
Again, I think mainly a joke. But I think, as we see later on in this video, he's trying to target a particular audience, if you will.
Working on the new Hell World currently, but I've been sitting on this video for like 3 years now. This is the year I'm gonna do it. F it. So the LGBT community is...
That was kind of my mindset. Like, this has been for years, but I'm finally able to do it in my schedule of videos. Let's go.
Always at each other's throats. The gays don't like the lesbians don't like the gays, nobody seems to like the trans, but
it's kind of like that still today, but it's mainly the gays and everybody else versus the trans, for some weird reason.
I wanted to talk specifically about the weird the B gets. Specifically, the B gets from the other letters of the alphabet. So who doesn't want to see some classic gay infighting? You all know the classics bi people get, right? They're s***s, they're whores, they're confused, and... Alright, fair enough. But you're gonna see some uniquely unhinged here, so let's dive in. Happy Gay Month to everyone except bisexuals. Well, off to a good start. Bi people are the straight people of the community. Happy Gay Pride! Bisexuals are the white people of the LGBT community. Ukraine flag. Because why wouldn't they have that?
I think the point is basically on the online radical left. Sadly, some of them do support Ukraine, and how they do it is like, man, if these people support Ukraine, why should I? I don't think that's what she's saying, but she's like, of course they would have that. Because some parts on the left are mainly divided. One side is support Ukraine, the other side is don't support any military stuff whatsoever, and some were even for Russia. If you think about it, they're tankies, which is, I think, the point that he's trying to target is radical online leftists, mainly.
White bisexual women be like, I love my boyfriend. What's wrong with... What? I feel like white is like the silencer on a gun whenever you want to be like homophobic, transphobic. As long as you put white in front of the group you want to make fun of, then you won't get cancelled.
That's kind of true, at least for the radical online left. Basically, hey, if you just put white in there, you should be fine. Talking about the Jews, call it Zionist. And white people, it's fine. Hassan does it. It's a great. Yeah, that's a problem, obviously.
Bisexuals and hetero relationships have no right to invade LGBTQ spaces. First of all, I don't want to be in your spaces, bitch. Imagine the smell! Bisexuals are not valid, sorry. And this person is apparently non-binary saying this. Might not want to throw stones in that glass house.
The point is, oh great, whoa. I'm not monetized, so I should be okay anyways. The point is, yeah, I think that's basically ironic. You're like, okay, you're non-binary, but yeah, you're talking about bisexuals. It's like, have you heard the word hypocrisy? You know, I think that's what he's trying to get here.
Maps are valid and bisexuals aren't, whether you like it or not. Cool.
No. No. Maps/pedophiles have never been accepted into the LGBTQ plus community, because obviously, no. Obviously. They're trying their best to get in there. It's like, nope. Sorry, nope. And for those who are right-wing or sadly very Christian, the P in LGBTQ plus is mainly bisexual or polyamorous, not pedophile. So, that's just the truth. Sorry that hurts you.
I love where society's heading. What the is this? A few more sexualities and we got a gay Confederate flag.
That's a little bit funny, and I get it. At least for me, it's like the rainbow is fine. The rainbow with the left triangle is fine, but the right triangle, it's like, okay, I think we need to have a pause button, at least on the flags. Mainly, like, we need a better design, folks. Like, this is not it. You know,
It's Pride Month, and that means bisexuals need to sit down and shut up and let real LGBT people celebrate. LGBTQ! What the hell does the B stand for? Bionicle? Bisexuals can't say the D slur. It's a word meant to attack a lack of attraction to men, which is why it's only for lesbians. Even if you've been called it and you're bisexual, you still can't use it. Come kill me. That just made me realize there's no slurs for bi people. You know what, everybody in the audience? Come up with a slur for...
Don't do that, obviously. I think the point here mainly with Shoe0nhead, at least in this video, is that she's memeable, she's funny, she's meta, but I think he's mainly trying to attack the radical online left, specifically of the LGBTQ plus part of the radical online left. Which, I agree, great, keep up the good work, Shoe0nhead, keep it up. But I think sometimes how she does it, like, hey, let's all... Again, I think it's mainly a joke, but even then, I don't think this is the right part of this video. Is not the right way to do this, you know? Saying, hey, let's all get a slur, it's like, no. I think there's better ways to punch the online left. Either it's up or down, either Hassan or that random tanky on TikTok. I think there's just better ways.
Bi people, you have my permission. You have the pass. Semi-bisexual. Bisexuality, but with attraction to only one gender. You know what? Go, yeah. Have fun. Sure.
Okay. Kind of like I said earlier, listen, this is fine. I think ultimately this is fine. Like, if you figured out who you are and what you are, that's great, because some haven't because they've been suppressed and indoctrinated by extreme right-wing religious fanatic evangelicals. I get it, but we got order and standards. We have definitions of things for a reason. Yes, they do change, and yes, in a sense, way we do make it up. But even then, they still have some value. And I think when we do semi-bisexual, it's like, listen, just say you're bi, but you mainly lean to one gender. I think that makes more sense than a new entire word that I don't think is needed or necessary. But again, for me, this isn't really as bad, but still, it's like, just say you're bi, like, but, you know, it yeah.
You know what? Go, yeah, have fun. Sure. When a woman claims she's bisexual, she's often trying to be cool. When a guy claims it, he's gay. Hashtag Bi Visibility Day. You know what? That's pretty funny coming from you, Steven Crowder.
I'm afraid, frankly, I used to have a bad temper.
Wow. Yeah, she, this is what I like about Shoe0nhead. She doesn't just punch radical left, but also radical right. And I think that's what you should take away too as well. It seems like she's tried to be in sense with jack of all traits, but also like, at least in this video, I think she's trying to say, can we take control? Kind of like control your radicals, left, especially the LGBTQ plus type. In a sense, I know I'm saying that a little bit wrongly, but she's also punching right wing. I think she's also going to say, in a sense, via meta and funny and all that stuff, and also seriousness of, hey, same thing for the right too.
I'm afraid of it coming back. I'm afraid of Mr. Hyde rearing his ugly bisexual head. That was a short phase. No, I'm afraid.
I think we need to take the B out of LGBT. Bisexuals have it way better than most of us in the queer community.
Then that means that bisexual should help the other letters up, not get rid of it.
They have straight privilege and ride on the coattails of the gay community. As Pride season rolls around, let me remind fellow het-partnered bisexual people, Pride really isn't for you. So don't act like you deserve to be there as much as—
And I'm not acting like I get what partnered by. This is why this video is existing, guys. Again, can we control our radicals, please, respectfully? Like, have all that, but it's like, man.
lesbians and gay men. Really, just don't go at all. If you are bisexual and willingly enter into a straight relationship, you are disowned from the queer community. You no longer matter. You are disgusting if you enter into a het relationship when—
Oh, head means heterosexual. Man, just man.
when you have the option not to. That is a fact. Nobody loves calling them—
I think she said fact or the F slur, which again, definitely disagree. No slur. Nobody is too bad for me using a slur on them. You're just not gonna. No.
themselves gay more than a bisexual girl with a boyfriend. Alright, kinda got my ass. Most bisexual women have only been with 1 or 2 women. I have been with about 20 women.
Respectfully, I think you either A, need protection, B, need to get tested, and C, need help in Jesus.
And 16 men. All these fake bisexuals with 1 or 2 partners. I'm the real bisexual. I'm a f***ing whore. I'm the town bike. See, people like this are what sort of adds to this, like, stereotype of bi people just, like, always sleeping around or—
Yeah, that apparently that's where, like, and also listen, a little bit of a critique here to Shoe0nhead. These people are not the mainstream. They're just not. They're like radicals, TikTokers. I think this was before TikTok, but I think you get the point. Like, this is not a good reason to be like bisexual people are like this, and Graham being all like no, the guy with him is like, B, you know what that means? Having a lot of sex. It's like, that's not what bi means, and I think you're watching too much Shoe0nhead, respectfully. I don't think they will even watch her. She's too free of a woman. I don't think they will like her anyways. You know?
Or something, because like, what the f? Also 20 women and 16 men? Come on, pump those numbers up. It's gotta be 50-50 or you're not a real bi. Everyone is bisexual. Everyone. Sexuality exists on the Kinsley scale. Nobody is 100% straight, so I don't want to hear that you wouldn't date a trans person because genital preference.
And listen, the whole debate on that is, it depends on the situation. Nobody should be beaten up because somebody at the last minute realized that their genitalia was not what they expected. They should not get beaten up and somehow claim that as, what was it called, queer panic or something? Like, I panicked, so I had to beat up this trans person. I had to, guys. Almost to the edge of their life, because, I expected an innie and I got an outie, so I had to beat her up. I mean, him beat him up. Like, nah, no, you should go to jail, buddy. Nah, you should go to prison. No, dude. That's not a good excuse. A better way of handling that is like, whoa, I did not expect that. I think we should talk about this tomorrow, or talk about how I expected something else. It just depends on the relationship. Maybe you should tell them beforehand, maybe tell them during, maybe tell them right before. It depends, especially if they don't care and they're like, "Oh, I'm surprised." I don't care if it's an alley. I'm fine with that. If it's an any, I'm fine with that too. I think you just gotta wait. My advice: wait till you kind of know the person. And if you don't want to tell them that you might have something there that might be different from the traditional woman or man because of fear or whatever, rejection, I can never understand that, but that makes sense, especially in the South, especially trans person in the South specifically. I think you just gotta know their personality, see if they are somewhat okay with very interesting surprises in a sense. Get better dating advice from better people, especially trans people who have already been through this experience. I'm not trans, nor have I ever been in a sexual relationship with anybody, so take it while I have a little bit of a grain of salt, but at least what I know of. Kind of get to know them before you get into bed with them, generally speaking. And see if, the reaction. I think you should say it beforehand, but I don't know your situation. I don't know where you are, so maybe not say it right then and there. It just depends.
That is a lie. You are just transphobic. Oh my god. Is it 20?
Yeah, it does feel like sometimes it's 2015, but on the right wing side, you know what I'm saying? The triggered right wing snowflakes. Like, seriously, Gamergate, I can't, like, goodness, man. We gotta move forward. Control your radicals. Again, that's the word of the day, folks. Control your radicals. Like, seriously. Or they will overtake the ideology. Or when people think of something or a person or identity, they think of that because you didn't control your radicals. There's a reason why Christianity has a negative and mockery like appearance in secular entertainment. It's because we do all bad stuff and stuff that's mockable. That's just true as a Christian. That's just a fact. We gotta control our radicals, folks. We gotta control our radicals. Too many souls are at stake.
Is it 2015? I hate this that's like everyone's secretly, but no. As a matter of fact, there are actually some heterosexual people. I've heard rumors that some may actually be in this very audience. Hot take. You're not bi unless you're into masculine dudes. Wanting to women and twinks is the same as being straight or lesbian if you're a woman. These people just say shit, dude. These people just get on the internet and say shit. I don't think it's biphobic to critique bisexual people who are invested in the patriarchy and harm others by centering men in their lives. Having a
I don't think that's what they were trying to say, but it does sound like they're trying to say having a boyfriend is sexist. So therefore, it's not biphobic to target them, even though it would be if they're saying if you have a boyfriend, if you're bi, then you're contributing to the patriarchy somehow. Uh, no.
A boyfriend, being with a man as a bi person, is investing in the patriarchy and harming others. Alright, crackhead. So bi people are mad because I consider getting into a straight marriage after a gay relationship to be acquiescing. Well, nobody watches me because I'm smart. Most bisexual women I know have never even dated someone or kissed another woman. Why is that? Oh yeah, because it's fake. You just don't want all the baggage that comes with being a full lesbian. If you're a bisexual woman dating a man, you're straight in my book. I don't care, I don't care. If you're a bisexual woman who doesn't see herself marrying a woman, you're straight. Bye. I've only been in
That I don't even. Then in that logic, if they're marrying a woman, they have to be gay. Yeah, why? Why do this, folks? Why have this opinion? Respectfully, like, get a better opinion, please.
3 relationships. All were long-term, and all were men. Should I just be like, oh, hi honey, sorry, we have to break up because, like, these random people on the internet won't think I'm a real bi.
Yeah, that kind of feels kind of weird to do that, folks. How about, I don't know, like I said, control your radicals.
Polyamorous at heart, you usually end up with one person who will be of the 2 genders. These long-term relationships are usually formed by your gender preference, which everyone has, thus making you either straight or non-straight. And let's say you are
Yep, those are those are
a
the 2 ones.
single straight man. You are a single straight white cis man, the most oppressed class in society today, and you're single. Does that mean you're asexual? No, that's not how sexuality works. You're still straight when you're in a relationship. You're still straight when you're single. Bisexual people are still bi when they're in a relationship. Is it time to drop the B from the LGBT? Yes! Please! Please do! Free me from this hell! Coming out as bi at age 50 doesn't make...
Again, this isn't the moderate, this is the radicals. I think Shoe0nhead is thinking... I think she is thinking that the radicals equal the mainstream, which they just don't. They just don't.
Be part of the queer community. What is this f***ing gatekeeping? Whoa. Freudian slip. I understand the argument against biphobia, but I also understand the argument for lesbians not wanting to date bisexual women. Man residue is a real thing that affects the relationships of all women who deal with men romantically.
Man residue, ladies and gentlemen. And I wonder why people don't like the left. You know, I wonder why when Democrats, like, you know, for some weird reason in the Daily Show, or for some weird reason, kind of being with Hassan, that kind of looks bad for them. Oh wow, maybe there's a reason why Democrats are not the popular party still, even though the Republicans are ruining everything right now. It's still a mystery, folks. We're still trying to figure it out.
Man residue! Bi women end up...
Because, sadly, sometimes mainstream and radical sometimes will take over. But sometimes the radical takes over the mainstream, like Hassan. And sadly, there were a lot of very credible people like The Daily Show who, for some weird reason, think it was great for Hassan to have an interview with him. And it's like, guys, I don't think this is the right way to go.
In relationships with men because they fall victim to heteronormative culture. There are more straight people than gay or bi people. There are more straight men than there are gay or bi women. So the probability of a bi woman ending up with a straight man is way higher than a bi woman ending up with another woman. This isn't...
Yeah, that's true. And I think heteronormative stuff is valid because there are some things that are heteronormative in a lot of cases, mainly because the majority of the population is hetero. But while I usually hear heteronormativity is usually of a negative sense because it's basically trying to get rid of anything different than hetero, would be homosexual and queer, etc., which is bad, obviously.
Hard. I'm like half retarded, and I understand that. Sure, love who you love. But you can't deny the patriarchal influence that pushes bisexuals into getting in relationships with the opposite sex. Hot take.
To an extent, I can see that, and that's when the heteronormative stuff kind of comes in a little bit. But again, I think when you take it too far, that's when it becomes radical, and that's when you need to control it.
All women are naturally gay. Society tells us we need to be with men. I love how they just cannot fathom women liking men. They have to like make up all these conspiracy theories. You know, some men are okay, not all men are your father. Bi girls saying they want a girlfriend so bad is literally...
That's, I would say, maybe a meta take, also a joke, but also somewhat true. The stereotype lesbians had bad father relationships, that's why they're lesbian, which is wrong. And again, I think there's just a better way to handle what you're trying to convey, Shoe0nhead, but I get why you do it, because you want to own the radical left, and I think it's great that you're doing that. I just think, in some cases, especially if you disagree with the stereotypes of lesbians, don't do that. I think there's just better ways to
really just fetishizing women loving women relationships. Lesbian relationships aren't a fantasy, stop treating them like it. So if they want a boyfriend, it's heteronormative culture. If they want a girlfriend, it's fetishizing women. Stop worrying about other people's relationships and worry about them f***ing eyebrows.
I do too agree. I mean, seriously, maybe take care of, like, take the big, fat eyebrow out of your own eye so you can take the big, fat Trump hat out of somebody else. I'm just saying. And I'm using that as a joke, obviously.
Lesbians know that even having a bisexual woman in the room changes the vibe. Throwing off the vibes with our man residue. Call me biphobic or whatever, but I would never date a bisexual, they're just gonna cheat. Bisexuals cannot be trusted by their romantic partner. Every other sexual orientation has a gender of which they are not attracted to. This means their partner can trust them alone with that gender. There is a guarantee that there will be no cheating going on. With bisexuals, no such guarantee exists. They are attracted to both men and women. Straight men can be trusted with men. Gay men can be trusted with women. Straight women can be trusted with women. Lesbian women can be trusted with men. Bisexuals cannot be trusted with anyone! Think twice before dating a bisexual for the sake of your own anxiety and peace of mind. First of all, straight men can be trusted with...
I don't, clearly, it just doesn't add up.
With men? Absolutely not. I have seen what the homies get up to. You literally just have trust issues. Go to therapy! If you're a man in a relationship with a straight woman, are you constantly worried that she's gonna leave you for like every man?
Well, some men do on the right, so. I mean, that's why they basically, Andrew Tate her, I guess.
He sees? But why is it different when it's a bi person? Because there's like more of a chance? It's like 50-50? I don't know. Bisexual attraction to one sex. Pansexual is attraction to more than one gender. No, pansexual is when you are attracted to pans. You like that? You like that, you sick?
No, but some do, sadly. And since the left, you can't kink shame. I'm not on the left, so I'm gonna kink shame. If you're in the pans, there's something wrong with you. Get help and get Jesus. Stop it, please. Okay, again, this is mainly a joke, obviously. Like, right?
Bisexuality infers a gender binary that doesn't exist. It's an outdated term and frankly should be removed from the LGBTQIA+ acronym.
This was not a conservative saying this, folks.
Holy It's like a cat walking across a keyboard. Bisexuality often doesn't include trans people and non-binary people. There's only queer, there is only love. I don't trust bisexual people. Something about them seems panphobic.
What? I don't... I don't... What? I don't... As you can see, it just doesn't add up.
Oh my god. There's like no difference between pan and bi. Just pick a flag that you like. I dislike bisexuals. Like, choose, LMAO. It's not that hard. When people say they're bi, it bothers me. Like, you should probably pick one and stop being gross. Bisexuality, the refusal to pick a side. That is being said by Boy George. So when we eventually do pick a side, aka get into a relationship like any other normal person or get married or whatever, then they're mad at us. Then we're oh, we're just straight. Oh, you're just gay.
Or you're fetishizing women, or you're part of the patriarchy. But again, this is not the mainstream, but if you let your radicals kind of become the mainstream, then the radical sadly becomes the mainstream. That's why we need to control your radicals.
You can't win! It's like the only way to be real bisexual in the eyes of all these people is if you're like polyamorous and dating a man and a woman at the same time.
If you didn't hear, she said, I think, there's no way you can win. If you didn't hear most of it, I'm sorry. I don't know why it does this. This is the best I got, but if you want to financially support me, please do on PayPal or Patreon. Links are in the description down below. And subscribe if you want. If you like what Counterpoint says sometimes, the psychic damage. I think I had that a little bit.
Or you're just like earlier, constantly jumping. Vagina. Like, can bi people not be in just like normal monogamous relationships? What? When she says she's bi, when he says he's bi. I wish guys could just be honest and say they're gay, but we gotta do the bisexual in-between step first.
Maybe because they're actually bi? Have you thought about that?
Identifying as queer when you're just gay/bi is creepy and homophobic. You identifying as queer when you're just gay. What the f*** is queer? Have I not been has it changed? Bi men are gay. Bi women are cool as f***. Ain't no such thing as a bisexual male. My gentleman, you like dick. You gay. I love how it's like bisexual women are either like straight and just doing it for attention, or they're lesbians, but the heteropatriarchy is brainwashing them to be with men, and with bi men it's like they're just gay. God, who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit? Why can't we all just get along? Why can't the LGBT community?
Yeah, that's what I would say. What's up? Especially now, like, seriously, this would not, I mean, because I think to an extent this still resonates, because we got the LGBT mafia, the actual alphabet mafia, the cult, if you will, you know? It's like, man, you do realize first they came for the T, they came for the B, folks. Look at this videos here, they came for the B. You think I'm gonna go for the B, for the G and the L? And then after that, they're gonna come for black people. They already came for brown people. Like, we gotta stop this, folks. Like, in all seriousness, like, seriously, this is what the radical right-wing Christian nationalist fascists want. Like, this is what they want, folks.
That's all just get along. We're all going to hell anyway. So that was my little video. I hope you liked it. If you didn't, understandable. Have a nice day. I am currently working on Hell World things. I'm sorry I kind of fell off +L+ ratio. I haven't really been that active. Support me, and for the people who donate to my Patreon. If you would like to donate and help the channel out, the link is down below. I actually just made a private Twitter account that's...
Yes, please Yes, please again support me, because it's gonna take some time. All right. Yeah, and I think ultimately, at least in this video, Shoe0nhead was trying to punch online radical left, but I think sometimes it seems like she thought it was the mainstream, or it seems like, at least from her perspective, and maybe for a lot of other people, the radicals have infiltrated the mainstream. And so that's why Shoe0nhead does things like this, where it's kind of meta and funny and memey, but also in all seriousness, it's just like insane. This is insane. And I think that's how you understand Shoe0nhead. Hey, real quick, if you want to dedicate your life to Christ, aka get saved, or if you're a backslider and want to rededicate your life to Christ, or if you want the baptism of the Holy Spirit with the evidence of speaking with tongues, those prayers are in the description down below.